Thank you, Mr. White. School, thank you so much for sitting and being patient. We've got a fairly big ceremony, but it'll only be short this morning. What is important is that you've got to recognise that what is standing behind me is probably the best set of cricket nets in our region, probably the best set in country New South Wales. So look, I know the PE staff are really excited about that. I know our local cricket teams, and they'll have access to these nets, they're excited, as are our representative teams, both boys and girls. Look, what I'd like to do, there's a few people that need to speak. So what I'll do, I'll pass you on to Mr. White. He's going to do acknowledgement of the country.
Thank you, Mr. Hogan. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land as we meet here today. I'd like to acknowledge the elders past and present and future, and also acknowledge all Aboriginal people here present today as we meet. Thank you for your respect. Also, Mr. Carroll just informed me that in 1868, that was our first Aboriginal cricket team, and that's the 150th year anniversary to that. This year. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. White. In my younger days, I was a cricket player, and I've actually seen old black and white photos of that first Indigenous team that went across to England to play against the English team. And look, there's history throughout our school even. For those of you who may not know and have still got grandparents alive, you ask them about a cricket player that played with Donald Bradman. His name was Bill O'Reilly. Some people refer to him as Tiger O'Reilly. He actually was a student here at Goulburn High School. He went on to play for Australia in those Bradman eras, and also, probably more importantly, he was a teacher as well. One of those great people that are in the history books for that sport. So Bill O'Reilly was, just like you guys, a student here at Goulburn High School. Can I now pass over to Honourable Pru Goward?
Thank you, Principal. It's really great to be here this morning with Bob Kirk, who's not only the Mayor but is here with John Reynolds on behalf of Veolia, who are such fantastic contributors to our community. I'd also like to acknowledge the representatives of Cricket Australia. I know you quite well. Very nice to see you on my turf. And of course to the students and teachers at Goulburn High. This has been a long time coming. You have needed this for some time, but it's been a matter of getting the right people together with the right amounts of money. And we eventually found that the only way to do this was to go to the Premier and demand it and say, you know, there's no program that actually this fits into, but we know how important this is for Goulburn High.
Students and staff, introduced to Mr. Bob Kirk, the Council Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Hogan, and good morning, everybody. Minister Goward, Mr. Principal, thank you for the invite, and distinguished guests, students and teachers. It is a pleasure to be here today. Apart from being the Mayor of Goulburn, of which I'm immensely proud to be, I get to sit on the board as a trustee for the Veolia Mulwaree Trust. And the Veolia Mulwaree Trust, as you might know, originated as a result of the Woodlawn mine reopening as a waste disposal centre for Veolia. It's been going now for some 14 years. Veolia Mulwaree Trust exists to spread some joy among the community and the surrounding areas, and to this point they have given away to various organisations, schools and community groups and sporting groups, etc., just over $10 million in that period of time.
I'll now pass you on to our PNC President, Ms. Renee Woodberry.
Projects like this, as we've said, don't happen overnight. This has taken us over 2 years of perseverance, and the bar being lifted just that little bit higher each time, and me making plenty of phone calls to Teal, pulling my hair out thinking it's not going to happen, but it has happened. I certainly hope you all enjoy these facilities. I hope you all utilise them. I hope you have fun in them. Most of all, I hope you respect them. A lot of hard work has gone into these. Really, I would like to thank our stakeholders that are with us today. The Mayor Bob Kirk and John Reynolds on behalf of Veolia. Teal Blessing, my lifesaver from Cricket New South Wales. The Honourable Pru Goward, thank you Pru. And our Goulburn High School principal, Mr Paul Hogan, who also took plenty of phone calls from me. This project ended up way beyond our expectations, but it is something, like we've all noted, that will not only be used by you, but it will strengthen our links in the community, and it will also be used by some community teams as well. At the end of the day, this facility has been built for everyone to use, and what I need you to do is get in there and enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. Can I call on Teal Blessington, please?
I want to thank everybody who was involved. I know that the Department of Education and Training has also made it out here today because they were involved in the project management side of it. So I wanted to thank John Reynolds, not John Reynolds, Charles Ford and Lindsay Redmond for being here. I don't know where they are. I haven't met them yet. I wanted to thank the Honourable Pru Goward. Wanted to thank the Mayor and Veolia for being here also. I wanted to thank the school and thank Sam and Michael, my teammates, for being here today. And most importantly, I really wanted to thank Renee for her perseverance and the PNC committee that have worked so hard to make this happen for you. And I wanted to echo her comments on sport. To be honest, I haven't played cricket before, but what draws me to sport is the opportunities that people have, kids have, students have, everybody has to be together, to have fun, to engage with one another. And it really is a great social opportunity for people to just build a community. And I just hope that you can really enjoy these facilities and the wonderful facilities that this region provides you to play sport and get involved. Thank you so much. Oh, before you clap, I've got an exciting thing, another exciting thing. I don't do this, I haven't done this before, but I'm going to ask Sam if she could please grab the sign back. Because of the efforts that this facility took to get this project up, I have managed to source a signed WBDL Sydney Thunder bat, and I'd like it to present it to Renee for her efforts and to the PMC. And hopefully, you can use that for whatever you like. You can have that framed in the school, you can auction it off for another fundraising for more sporting facilities within the school. It is yours to keep. And thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Teal. We would like now to do the formal opening, which is a ribbon cutting. And then once that takes place, we've got some of our students at the back already geared up to actually use the nets as they're intended for. And I'd like to thank the students for sitting so quietly, waiting for us to arrive, and your attendance throughout the ceremony.
Oh, go, sir. Oh.
Archie.
Go, sir.
Can I? Hey, sir, can I
So we're
snipe
not
him?
aiming to kill the students.
Josh, you ready? Ready? You ready? Stop, RG!
Hey Karim.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I know.
are you able to just...
Oh.
Sorry. Sorry.
Hey, this one.
Looking good, Talia.
Sir, Robert. No ball. How about you hit the pitch like it? Not the yellow thing. Oh no.
Oh, goodness.
We've got our one of our local development managers there.
Come on, we got it.
Tiff. Hey, babe.
Sorry.
Nice to meet you.
No one can take photos.
Run up to each other.
Someone take a photo.
So nice.
Why are you still here?
Well, you have licked it. Laugh too hard.
I don't like standing here.
I know you're aiming for it.
Ready, Mickey? I wouldn't actually. That's gross.
Rusty.
Oh my god, was that on camera? Oh yes!
Oh my god. Okay. I'm good.
Actually, I like scared movies.
I can in the air.
Don't worry. It's alright.
Go off the long run. Stay. Die.